Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Erie Playhouse. It is just after 8 o'clock p.m. here in Erie, and we have an exciting update, Kate. We are at $60,505 so far, which is awesome. If you remember, Kate, earlier in the day, we said we wanted to try to hit that $60,000 mark, which put us about in line with last year. And the fact that we're there now at 8 p.m. is really exciting and a really good sign.
It's awesome because we still have a couple more hours to give. At this point, giving through a phone line is done. That ended at 8 p.m., but
Yep.
you can still give online at eriegives.org. So we do encourage you that if you have yet to give, or maybe you want to give again, you're feeling
Please,
generous,
sure.
you've enjoyed the content from today, then please feel free to go back online to eriegives.org and give again to the Erie Playhouse. And, we've had a couple people that have given that have left us some notes.
Oh, lovely.
So from the Johnson family, they said, the Playhouse is such an important part of our family. We are so thankful for all it has given us. Give them love and they will give it back.
Oh, we love that.
Wen's H said, get Emily Baum back on stage. That was a callback from earlier.
Yeah, absolutely.
We love a callback. Aaron Notariani Stevens said he gave in thanks for a loving community to grow up in.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then Dwayne Butler gave in honor of his mother, Betty Jacobs Butler. So thank you for that. That's
awesome.
Very lovely.
Thank you. I also want to take an opportunity to thank the staff at the Erie Community Foundation and all of their volunteers as well. I know they've had people there manning the phones and doing all sorts of work today. If we thought it was crazy here, I can only imagine what it's been like over there today. So we thank our friends at the Community Foundation and the nonprofit partnership as well for all they do to support organizations like the Playhouse all year long. So,
and I have an update.
Yeah.
We are now up to $61,005.
Wow. That's great. And jumping back to what I was saying when we first started about that $60,000 goal. So we said we were hoping to get there today, right? But I don't want folks to think that because we're there, that we no longer need donations. That was just to keep us in line with where we were last year. I think we said after that, not after that, including that, to reach our annual fund goal for the year, we really need to raise $139,000 by the end of the calendar year. So subtract the $61,000 from $139,000. And I'm not going to do that because I'm a theater guy, not a math guy. But that'll tell you how much we have to go yet.
I think
before
it's like
the end of this year.
78,000.
That sounds like
We're gonna
a number
go with
to
it,
me.
yes.
So, yeah. So Kate, it's been, an awesome day. And again, we've got more time to go here. Folks can give online until midnight. But we've had a great time here.
It's been so much fun. And part of the reason why it's been so much fun is that we've just had some wonderful guests today. So thank you to everybody that spent some time with us today and chatted about your experiences on stage and off. And again, I think the thing that I really recognized today was it's such a collaborative effort on and off the stage to make what happens on stage happen. From the front of house volunteers to our box office staff, to our regular Playhouse staff, to the volunteers in the light and the sound booth, to our musicians in the pit, to our pit singers, our backstage crew, heck, even our parents that come for youth theater shows to work the dressing rooms.
Absolutely.
And make sure that the kids have meals during our school shows, to the performers themselves. And there's all different kinds of performers, from people that consider themselves trained dancers to singers to actors. It's such a community effort, and this day would not have been possible without everybody that came and spoke. And we're just so grateful that they were here to share their stories.
Yeah, I want to thank the folks who were helping us out here in the theater today as well. We had Brendan Doherty and Nico Lombardo running cameras for us.
We're in our scenic shop.
Yes, in addition to their duties as folks working on our sets and lights and sounds and everything else, they were here today working cameras.
And Nico's
in
Cats.
Nico's in
as
Cats.
Well.
We also had Emily Baum, JP Driscoll, who's on camera right now. Very glad they were here. And then, of course, JP, we got a shot of Nicole. Nicole, press the button and bring yourself up on screen here. There she is, Nicole Lossie. Hello, friend.
Well, thank you. You guys have done an awesome job. You've made my job easier getting to switch the cameras, and thanks for giving your day.
Can I give people a little behind the scenes as to our 7 o'clock block.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So I want to tell everybody that I was, of course, actually over at 6 o'clock. I went over to the rehearsal hall and got a little bit of, I kind of crashed the Showstoppers rehearsals to bring in a little bit of live footage from that. And I'll tell you, I know our internet's not great over there. Sound quality is not great, but Showstoppers were pros and they rolled with it. And I hope you got a chance to check that out. If you didn't, you can go back and watch that live stream. It's like going back in time.
Mhm.
I just watched Loki, so that's very much on my mind. But then at 7 o'clock, the plan was to go live from My Fair Lady rehearsal.
My Fair Lady.
My Fair Lady.
All right, governor. Yay!
While Kate and Parker were back here, Parker and Lossie were back here at the theater, and then we would toss to me and Ryan over at the rehearsal hall, and then see a snippet of the cast. Tried doing it live. Sound quality was bad. We ended up recording it, frantically sending it to Nicole. She got it uploaded, popped into the system, played it back, and hopefully at home you didn't miss a thing, and it felt as smooth as could be. So Nicole, again, cut back to yourself here, would you? Thanks for all the work that you did
Yay.
today.
Thank
Round of
you.
applause at home for Nicole, everybody. Come
Oh,
on.
Thank you.
Thank you
well,
so
there's
much.
One thing we always learn is that in live theater, anything can happen.
That's
so
exactly right.
It's kind of the exact same when you're doing live streams here
Yeah.
and on Instagram too.
So I want to take an opportunity here as well, just for us to talk a little bit about, theater has been such a big part of our lives. And I always say, I mean, obviously I say I have the best job in Erie. I hope others who work at the Playhouse feel that as well. But I know those of us who work at the Playhouse, you kind of jokingly said it's a paycheck, right? But if you're in this job for a paycheck, you're in the wrong job. We work here because we love it, and because theater is such a huge part of our DNA, of our own stories. So, Kate, what is theater for you? What is the Playhouse for you?
Well, I've been here in different capacities ever since 2004. So it's been 21 years as a performer, as a pit member, now on staff, and there was a couple of years there where I was teaching as part of the youth theater, contingent of teachers, and I helped out with the youth theater camp for a couple of years running, and now as a staff member, I really love how creative the job is, and how much I get to collaborate with people like yourself and Nicole on a daily basis, and I love getting to run ideas past you guys, and I
have
am
me say no.
probably the most excitable on staff. I come to you with 100 ideas and get told no to probably, I don't know, 98, but it's because I have a lot of ideas, and it's because I have such a love for this place that I just want to plan events and plan new exciting things for people to do outside of the show, because truly, I mean, the word community has been tossed around, and family gets tossed around, and it really is. I mean, like, if I'm not on stage, I'm hanging out with theater people.
Yeah.
And if I'm not with theater people, I'm thinking about theater people, because they're just a different breed. And I think deep down, what gets me out of bed every morning to go back to work every day is just this hope that we can continue to make this a better place, and to grow the love for it, like people did when I was first here in 2004. And I think about all the wonderful side activities we would have throughout the year that in turn made me want to get back on stage even more. And that's what I like to do with my job here, and hopefully foster for the next generation.
Yeah, we had the David and Judy Matthews scholarship brunch over the weekend, which was the first time we did that event. And I made some remarks and talked a lot about Judy Matthews was there, which was wonderful, but about the idea of legacy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that we, those of us who work here, recognize the 109, almost 110 years of Playhouse history that unfolded, long before we were here, long before, many of us were, most of us, all of us probably, unless there's a 110-year-old watching, were even alive. So to think back on all of the history that is a part of the Playhouse, and to know that it's our responsibility to carry this organization forward. And that to me is so exciting, and to work with the people in the community every single day, being over at My Fair Lady rehearsal for a little bit and seeing the passion It is warm in that room, I'm not going to lie. And they are working so hard because they love what they're doing. And so when people are supporting the Playhouse through Erie Gives, they're creating those opportunities for community members to do the thing that we all love to do, that we're not able to do professionally, or maybe never even dreamed of doing professionally. You know, there are teachers and lawyers and all kinds of people over at that rehearsal hall right now working on a show because they love theater. They're not getting paid. They're getting to do the thing they love.
And it's such an outlet. And I think for those of us that do have that creative leaning, that it's those moments where we're not in a show.
Yeah.
That we go, I got to get back on stage. I have to find a chance to get back there and perform, because it's such a part of me and my DNA that when I'm not doing it, I don't feel complete.
Yep.
And when I'm here, I feel complete. And thinking back to the Malthainers, the Martins, the Clerkins, the Yates, the people that came before to establish this place.
Yes.
And they are the ones that made me fall in love with it. And I truly hope that we're now doing that for the new generation of performers that have come out. And there's been so many new faces this year. We continue to see new ticket buyers, and we just want to keep making it a better and better place each week in and out.
Yeah. And you talk about some of those names of those, sort of Playhouse icons, right? And we do have Playhouse Icons, our event coming up this coming week, next week, a week from tomorrow. Wednesday is Playhouse Icons, and Trish Yates and Bob Martin will be the featured guests during that. All kinds of stuff going on during Playhouse Week. Another name that I think of when I think of the Playhouse, and especially, some of our more recent shows, is the Ropeskis, right? Steve and Melanie Ropesky are our annual fund chairs this year, and they put together a great video for Erie Gives. And since we are, nearing the end of our live streams here, I think we ought to take a look at that video one more time if we could.
Hi, I'm Melanie Gustafson Ropesky.
Hi, I'm Steve Ropesky, and Melanie and I are so thrilled and honored to be co-chairs of the Erie Playhouse annual fund drive this year.
We've been coming to Erie Playhouse shows for 40 years as season ticket holders.
I've been lucky enough to be in 20 shows over all those years. Matter of fact, just finished a record-setting run of Beauty and the Beast over the holiday season, where I got to be crazy old Maurice. But it's being in shows like that helps form those magical, inspirational, family-type memories that last forever.
And that's why we're asking you to join us in supporting the Playhouse on Tuesday, August 12th. That's Erie Gives Day.
We're only one of hundreds of families probably that have benefited from the Erie Playhouse, helping to create an environment where it's better to raise your children, inspire people to step out of their comfort zone and try something new, and even get people to work together who normally wouldn't.
The past few years at the Playhouse have been very exciting. There's been a resurgence, and we need your help to support the Playhouse continue with that transformation.
So whether you're going to donate the minimum $25 or $2,500, rest assured that your donation is going to help support the Playhouse today, tomorrow, and well into the future.
We're so grateful to be a part of the Playhouse community. Join us in making sure that the Playhouse can thrive so everyone can enjoy it.
So mark your calendars and set the alarms in your cell phones for August 12th, and go to www.eriegives.org and make a donation to the Playhouse. Because remember, give them love.
And they give love back.
Everybody, we've got an exciting announcement. Our total is now $63,330. 63,000.
You try that again?
Yeah. $63,330.
Excellent.
We're in our final hour. Can you tell?
Yeah, but Erie Gives continues till midnight, so you do have time if you've not given yet, or as Kate said earlier, if you would like to give again.
I mean, is there
certainly not
any
gonna
rule
stop
against
you.
it?
No,
I have
there's
not read
not. I've
anything
seen
about
people do
that.
it, actually.
I mean, whether or not, if you give $1 30 times, it's $30.
Well, minimum's
If you give
25,
30 times, it's a lot. It's $900.
See,
So-
now we're just stuck in math mode.
Math land.
Yeah.
We need to get out of this land and talk about one of the shows we have not mentioned yet that is going to happen this fall, and that is the production of The Elephant Man, which you happen to be a part of.
I do, yes.
Now, was this a bucket list role for you? Is this something that you've always aspired to, or when it came up in the season, were you like, I have to audition for that?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's necessarily a bucket list role, or it wasn't at least. It's a show that I was aware of, but had never seen and had not read prior to Richard bringing it forward as a suggestion for this current season. And, when I read it and, was looking up the show in my role as executive director in terms of, is this a show we want to bring forward and produce next year? I was not doing that with any thought of even auditioning or being a part of the production or anything like that. And, I think what really kind of sparked my interest was, first of all, I read it and thought, boy, this is a really well-written play.
Mm-hmm.
But then directing Da Vinci Code really kind of, I love directing. I think that's where I'm best suited or where I feel most comfortable. But every time I direct, especially a piece like Da Vinci, it kind of re-sparks that desire to, that itch to act. And so that was already kind of in motion as Elephant Man auditions were rolling, were coming up. And I kept thinking, boy, I don't know. Do I want to do this? It's a big commitment. I also, know that the optics are not always great. If the executive director auditions for something and gets cast, I don't want anyone to think that I'm pre-cast or anything like that. And I went through the process and just thought, you know what? I'm going to put myself out there. I'm going to audition and see what happens. And I am thrilled and honored and humbled to have been cast. And I can't wait we'll be getting to work here in the next couple of weeks, and I'm thrilled to do it.
Starting rehearsals soon. The production goes up in October.
Yep.
What do you think, personally, what will be the most difficult thing about this role?
It's a very physical role, physically demanding role. John Merrick, the man known as the Elephant Man, was a real life person who was born with severe disfiguration. Exactly what the cause of that was or what the actual diagnosis was is a little bit unknown or up for debate because it was the late 1800s and, we didn't have the same science then that we have now. But the actor playing that role on stage, typically there's no use of prosthetics or anything like that. It's all kind of incumbent on the actor to use their body to portray that.
And that is the plan for this.
That is our plan. And I'm doing yoga, I'm running, I'm doing all the things to be in the best shape I can be. And planning on, spending some time with my chiropractor and maybe a massage here or there.
Maybe they could sponsor the show.
Yeah, maybe. So no, but I'm just really excited too, because it's a great ensemble cast and I'm really looking forward to getting to work on it. So I've been reading it and, doing my best to start memorization. That's one of the nice things about how early the auditions were, is I've had a lot of time with the script ahead of time. So not that I'm going to come in day one off book. I don't think I'm quite at that point, but I feel pretty comfortable and I'm really looking forward to it.
Is this the kind of role where you're on stage the entire time, or do you have breaks?
No, there are breaks, and Caroline Lynn is directing it, so I don't know exactly how the staging's going to play out, but I'm on stage a lot, but not the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there will be breaks, but I'm the kind of person where even if I just have like one or two scenes in a show, when I'm off stage, I'm like locked in mentally and like looking over lines and prepping for what's to go next. So, but it is, I think, only about a 90-minute runtime. So it's a really
with
tight,
intermission,
well-written play. Yeah, absolutely.
Wow. Okay.
So, yeah, more to come. I mean, we haven't started yet, so it's a little hard to know exactly what it's going to be like, but I can't wait to get to work and I'm really excited for it.
And we had a conversation once about how you felt like some of your roles were maybe perhaps the sidekick, funny friend.
Yeah.
This is dramatically different. I guess, what are you looking forward to exploring with this role?
So I think, it's so funny. In the Da Vinci segment, we talked about ego, right? And Bonnie mentioned that you have to have a certain amount of ego as an actor. And I understand what she means there. It's not ego in terms of being arrogant or anything like that, but it's a sort of confidence kind of thing. And part of what feeds that as performers is feedback from audience,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
That's why we do live theater. There's that instant feedback between actor and audience. And so I think part of what I'm looking forward to, the last, really probably the biggest thing I've done at the Playhouse was the producers, playing Leo Bloom, which is obviously a comedic role. And I'm excited for people to see a different aspect of what I can do. Hopefully I can do it.
Yeah. I think for an actor, getting a chance to do something completely brand new or completely out of left field is simultaneously thrilling and terrifying.
Yes. And I mean, in the time that I was across the street at Drama Shop, I did a couple of more dramatic roles in the 11 years that I ran Drama Shop. I was on stage, I think 3 or 4 times there. So I don't do it often, but I am looking forward to getting that opportunity. Just as I know you with Da Vinci Code felt that you got a chance to kind of flex some different muscles and show some skills that, maybe in Beautiful or in a musical theater role,
the key skill being
memorization. Absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely.
And,
but enough about me.
I love seeing people that are inherently funny, which I consider you to be.
Oh, thank you.
That wasn't clear.
Likewise.
To do dramatic roles.
Yeah.
Because I usually find that the people that are funny do very well with dramatic roles. So I'm looking forward to seeing you in this.
We shall see.
Yeah.
So thank you. Thanks for asking about it.
Absolutely.
I don't want to bring it up, but I do want to talk a little bit about gratitude. There's no other way to put it. That is probably the biggest thing as I'm sitting here today and throughout the day today is I just keep feeling so much gratitude for the members of this community. For welcoming me back to the Playhouse in this role these last 2.5 years. It has been so much fun to reconnect with people and to just be a part of all of the excitement and everything going on here at the Playhouse. But on days like today, and I feel like, again, we're probably sounding like a broken record here, but you really get the sense for the Playhouse community, right? It is not a couple of us here in the theater. It extends far beyond these walls, far beyond the city of Erie. I know we have folks donating from across the country, around the world, people who have been a part of the Playhouse in the past, people who have maybe never even been to the Playhouse, but are supporting as many organizations as they can today and just like the idea of supporting live theater. And so I feel so much gratitude for everyone who's given. I want to look at my phone and see the number. We're at 282 or 284 gifts, actually. So that's presumably 284 different people who have given today. And that's awesome. I know, as I said, there are so many people out there who care so much about this place. And I'm grateful that you support us. And I'm grateful that you trust us to be the people to shepherd this place and move the Playhouse forward.
This is a very specific one to bring up. I'm grateful that we've had 4 productions over the past year that have extended.
Absolutely.
That have extended their runs beyond the 3-week commitment to 4 weeks and have added shows. And that's just a testament to the quality of the shows and the direction and the quality of talent that we have in our pool. And again, from the pit to the stage, to off stage, to the light booth, sound booth, it covers everything. The fact that people are so dedicated to want to spend 2 or 3 months away from home, away from their families, to give their hearts on stage. And you can definitely feel that as an audience member, having seen if not every show this year, almost every show this year. And just seeing, like I said, the number of brand new faces. And it's just really inspiring as someone that works here to see the reaction to shows and to see how well they're doing. And I have yet to see Cats yet, but I'm so excited to see it on closing night. I know that the emotions might be running a little high because I think that the cast is going to have a hard time saying goodbye.
Absolutely.
Based on what I've seen and heard. But
can I say too, on the subject of extending the runs of shows, that is never a decision that we make lightly. And it's only done when we kind of hit almost like maximum capacity, where we feel like we know there are folks who still want tickets and we need to create those opportunities, but it's not always going to happen. Right. So I hope that folks watching continue to buy tickets and buy them early, because, sometimes there are logistical reasons why a run cannot be extended. And so I don't want people to necessarily assume that just because the show's good, there's going to be an added weekend to see it. See it early and see it often.
The process to extend the show is kind of like electing a new pope. There are several conclaves that happen and discussions that ultimately decide if we are going to extend it. And sometimes it is we don't have an answer yet.
Well, and Prince of Egypt is a prime example of a show that sold so well. I love that analogy, but I'm just going to blow right past it.
We need to get ourselves a chimney.
Prince of Egypt sold so well, but because of the Easter holiday following the run of the show, there was no possibility of extending it. So again, when we advertise shows, when those shows go on sale, we hope you buy tickets early and support us all year long, and look at, if you're coming here often, we hope you look at our season tickets and subscription options as well. So lots of stuff going on. And actually coming up in just not a few weeks even, on August 24th, we'll be revealing our 2026 season, which we are so excited about. Information on the launch event will be going on the website later this week. We're
actually just going to be running Wicked and Phantom every other month. That's it. That's our season.
I'm gonna disappoint some folks and say that is not true. Kate's been here all day and is a little delirious,
Punchy,
I think.
guys.
It's just cats for the whole 20.
Yeah, cats. It's just
This
cats over and
entire
over
year.
again. No, but we're really excited, and we'll be putting information out about launch soon. Folks who have donated in previous years or season ticket holders, you may have already gotten an invitation in the mail. We do encourage you to RSVP for that because there's limited seating available, and it's been packed the past couple of years. But on August 24th, we will announce the whole season. And at last year's launch, we actually opened the whole thing with a video that Kate, you had prepared and put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into. And I know we have that video that we want to share with you again. So this is from last year's launch, and you'll have to come to this year's launch to see what we might have in store for you this year.
Ladies and gents, this is the moment you've waited for. You've been searching in the dark, your sweat soaking through the floor. And buried in your bones, there's an ache that you can't ignore. Taking your breath, stealing your mind, and all that was real is left behind. Don't fight it, it's coming for you, running at you. It's only this moment, don't care what comes after. Your fever dream, can't you see, getting closer? Just surrender, cause you feel the feeling taking over. It's fire, it's freedom, it's flooding open. It's the preacher and the pulpit and your blind devotion. There's something breaking at the brink of every wall that's holding all that you know. So tell me, do you wanna go where it's covered in all the colored lights, where the runaways are running the night? Impossible comes true, it's taking over you. This is the greatest show. We light it up, we won't come down, and the sun can't stop us now. Watching it come true, it's taking over you. This is the greatest show. Colossal we come, these renegades in the ring, where the lost get found and we crown them the circus kings. Don't fight it, it's coming for you, running at you. It's only this moment, don't care what comes after. It's burning, outshining anything that you know. Just surrender, cause it's coming and you wanna go where it's covered in all the colored lights, where the runaways are running the night. Impossible comes true, intoxicating you. This is the greatest show. We light it up, we won't come down, and the sun can't stop us now. Watching it come true, it's taking over you. This is the greatest show. Where it's covered in all the colored lights, where the runaways are running the night. Impossible comes true, it's taking over you. This is the greatest show. We light it up, we won't come down, and the walls can't stop us now. Watching it come true, it's taking over you. This is the greatest show. This is the greatest show.
So that was from last year when we unveiled our season of Soaring Tales and Epic Adventures. You'll have to join us on the 24th to see what we're unveiling for 2026. But again, just so cool to see all those photos and highlights and all those faces that make up the Playhouse community.
Yeah, it's always neat to look back on the year to see where we've come, and I think the striking thing from a video like that, again, for me, the costumes.
Oh,
Oh
just-
my gosh, just the wonderful costumes that we get to wear and play around in as
Yeah.
performers is such a treat. And I'm grateful to have Ryan in the costume shop. Yeah.
And to me, the scenery, the lighting, all of that just absolutely pops in that video. So
Mhm.
so cool to be able to do what we do. It's so much fun. We get to play every single day.
Mhm.
You know, again, we talk about celebrating the Playhouse community. Last year rather, we brought back something that had been a Playhouse tradition from many years ago called Playhouse Week. And we kind of retooled it, reinvented it, and brought it back. And Playhouse Week 2025 kicks off on Sunday.
Sunday, August 17th, we have a couple things happening that day. First of all, it's our last show for Cats. So there's a 2 p.m. matinee. Tickets are still available. But after that, following strike, we're going to have a happy hour over at the Plymouth starting at 6 p.m. So if you're here for the show, just stick around for a little bit and you can join us at the happy hour at the Plymouth.
Yeah, then on Monday, we will have our Miscast Cabaret for the second year over at Room 33. It is already sold out, so sorry if you missed out on that one, but we hear you. It is a popular event, and we're thinking about other things for the future, so good to know that that's a popular event, and I get to MC it again this year, so
And we
that's
have
going to be
some
fun.
celebrity bartenders from the casts of Da Vinci Code, from Cats, and from My Fair Lady. So if you have a ticket to the event, you'll get to see those faces behind the bar.
And then
And I'm
Tuesday-
involved in that, so I'm excited, and I can't wait to see everybody
Yeah.
there.
And then Tuesday, I know you're very excited about Tuesday's event.
I'm very excited about Tuesday's event. It's we're bringing it back from last year. It's our Playhouse Trivia Night, hosted by Ken Falkenhagen,
Local
Erie's one and
celebrity.
only. Erie's one and only. And if you're thinking I'm not great at trivia, Ken's kind of trivia is really for anyone.
Absolutely.
And you never quite know who's going to win right up until the end.
Also, correct me if I'm wrong, but you could attend and not participate in the trivia,
Yep.
right?
Calamari's will
Yeah.
have a service for their full menu and drinks available. So if you want to come and just cheer somebody on, you can.
Yeah.
But if you'd like to register a team, we are registering teams up to 4 people. And if you'd like to do that, you can go to our website or to our Facebook event page for that. And then there's a Google form to sign up your team of 4.
Ken is watching and wanted to clarify local celebrity.
Oh,
Local.
what did I said?
No.
Local.
Just
Oh, there he is on the screen. I see it.
But
Great.
one
great.
could also argue that
Ken.
he's now a national celebrity because he
Yes.
was on
Valid.
HBO's Last Week Tonight with John Oliver.
I would say international celebrity, but that's just me talking. Wednesday of Playhouse Week. Very excited for Playhouse Icons. Doors will open 5:00. We'll have concessions and bar open, and then at 5:30 the discussion begins here on our stage. Sean Clerkin and Almy Clerkin will be moderating a conversation with Trish Yates and Bob Martin,
It'll be very
two
serious.
Playhouse icons in their own right. So it'll be so
So
serious, so
serious.
focused, I'm sure. Trish, of course, is wrapping up her second turn as Grisabella in Cats. So it'll be cool to hear what she has to say about that. And then Bob Martin, of course, earlier in this season was in Waitress.
Mhm.
So 2 icons, but also 2 folks who are still very active and involved at the Playhouse and definitely
Elsewhere, yeah.
legends in their
Mhm.
own right. So looking forward to that on Wednesday.
On Thursday, we're headed out to the ball game. We're going down the street to the Seawolves. We have a
Take
community night.
Me out to that. No, I'm not going to do that.
You just did.
I stopped.
You just did. And so if you would like to get a ticket to that event, again, head to our website. You can check out how to get a specially rated ticket for that game on Thursday night. And then Friday.
Friday, climb every rock wall.
Oh, we should have called it that.
We're doing a rock climbing, an indoor climbing event at Ascend, which if you've not checked it out yet, it's on 5th and State. Indoor rock climbing, really cool concept. We'll be doing that from 5 to 7. I shouldn't say
5 to
we
7.
because
I'll be there.
here's the thing. I've got an issue with heights. I may be there, but I'm not going.
You can
up
do the
that wall.
smaller ones.
I'm not sure I can. Slight cat spoiler, only slight cat spoiler. I rode on behind us is the tire that goes up in the air, and I stood on it and got to test it out when they were installing it. And then I saw someone else on it during a rehearsal, and I said, I was up higher than that, right? And they were like, no, that's
No.
it. I was barely off the ground, and it was not for me.
The heavy side layer is
It's
not
not for
that
me.
much higher
Yeah.
than just regular.
Yeah, I
ground.
prefer like the street level layer. So that
Yeah,
anyway,
we're
rock
gonna
climbing
have
Friday.
They have a deal, $5. Actually,
Woohoo.
you can climb all day.
Climb
And
all
then
day.
if you need to rent other materials, which you probably will, I believe the rates for those for the harnesses are $7, and I believe for shoes it's another $7.
You can get all that info on our website. We'll link you over to Ascend as well.
Mhm.
And then Saturday we have. You're talking Saturday, right?
I
We were
can.
alternating, but
It's okay. It's fine. Saturday is our family picnic, which is being hosted out
Yeah.
at St. Stephen's Episcopal Church on Dutch Road in Fairview. And it's going to be a potluck. So there is a sign up to bring a dish. And that, again, is found on our website and our Facebook page. So you can get all the information there. And then our final event to wrap up the week.
hold on real quick. I want to mention too that on Saturday at the community picnic, our showstoppers will be performing as well. So I know last year a lot of our youth theater families were there, but I do want to let people know when we do our Playhouse community picnic, it's open to the entire Playhouse community. So we really hope that Playhouse performers of all ages, Playhouse volunteers of all ages, audience members, whoever, sign up and join us for that potluck as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
then the launch event on August 24th. Beginning, we're going to open doors here at 6, and there's going to be food and drink from 6 to 7 with the show beginning at 7. We will reveal our new slate for our season, and then afterwards we'll have a dessert reception over at 5 Iron Golf.
Do want to remind everybody for that event, you have to RSVP. It is a limited number of seating, amount of seating just because of the capacity of our building. So you can contact the box office during regular business hours if you want to RSVP for that event. We would love to have as many people as there, but wow, I'm getting a little tongue tied.
It's been a long day.
We would love to have as many people there as possible, but there is limited seating. So we need you to RSVP for that one. And then onward and upward into our 2026 season in just a few months. So
Wicked and Phantom.
Don't believe her. Don't believe her. All right, folks, I'm refreshing as we speak, and it went up as I refreshed.
Woo-hoo.
We are now at $63,755 raised from 289 gifts. Folks, I am just so grateful for the progress we've made today and for the support that the entire community has shown us.
Yes, thank you so much for sticking with us throughout the day. It's been so much fun to be able to bring you updates from different performers and volunteers from different casts. And that's another way to kind of look back and say, wow, like we've gotten to do some really cool things on this stage.
Absolutely.
And it wouldn't be possible without your donations and your support. So thank you.
So again, head to eriegives.org between now and midnight to make those final donations. You know what would be nice, Kate? Maybe we hit 75,000 today.
I would love that.
That would be a great way to end this day. So, of course, then the matching funds from the Erie Community Foundation and their partners get applied as well. So it'll probably be a few days before all the dust settles, before we have a final total to share with you. But I just want to say once again, we are so grateful for your support, and we could not do what we do without so many of you giving and supporting the Playhouse and coming to shows and being involved. So again, thank you so much. Thanks for being with us today. Kate, thanks for being my co-host and partner in crime today.
Hey, thanks for letting me talk to people.
Yeah. I think tomorrow should be a day off.
I was going to say all I've had today has been Dr. Pepper and water, but I am going to have an Erie Gives hangover.
All right. Well, on that note, thank you all for watching, and we hope to see you soon here at the Erie Playhouse. Cats closes this weekend. Don't miss it. eriegives.org. Get those final donations in before midnight. Thanks for watching today, everybody. Have a good rest of your night.
Bye.